Really tapping into one of the main sources of manifestation. It's one of the geniuses, and it's truly the path to manifestation. And that's where everything gets created from. Today, we're going to talk about, again, all things manifestation and really tapping into one of the main sources of manifestation, and that's your inner creativity. I have this genius course that we're going to be launching soon. It's tapping into your inner genius, and there are 5 faculties of your genius. And when I say genius, I really mean tapping into that unlimited possibility, that part of you that is so much greater than what you've been able to manifest, meaning show out to the world, and really puts you at the top 3 to 5% of every man, woman, and child that's walking around the planet. Actually, I'm gonna say, with the exception of children, children are born geniuses. Children are born geniuses. The amount of learning that they're capable of, and the amount of growth, and the input, and the evaluation, and the synthesis, and everything they're able to do up until the age of 5 and 6 is nothing short of genius. And what happens is we kind of train the genius out of them. So all of us were born geniuses, but we had that genius trained out of us. And it's because we got into these rigid rules. We were basically put in boxes. So when we want to tap into our manifestation, it is about opening up that box and realizing there is no box that we need to stay confined within, that everything is available to us. Creativity is one of those things that's available to us. Children are absolutely very creative. And what we want to do is tap back into that creativity. It's one of the geniuses, and it's truly the path to manifestation. There is a clear connection between creativity and manifestation. They're intimately linked. When we tap into our inner creativity, we access a powerful force that can bring our desires into reality. And so we want to understand that relationship and really start to open up that door and reconnect to our creativity, reconnect to that childlike part of us, because that childlike part of us has no limits, and it can see the possibilities. It can see things that have never been created before. And that's where everything gets created from. From nothingness, everything is created. And from nothingness, we tap into everything that's possible. So creativity is not limited to artistic expression. It is a fundamental aspect of human nature. And again, just watch a child make up stories and play. That's really the potential that we want to unlock within ourselves as well, so that we can align with our deepest aspirations. It's opening up that cavern, is that the right word, of possibilities in our mind, and tapping into the universal possibilities. So one of the things that we want to really embrace, again, is creativity linked to imagination, right? It's stepping fully into our senses. It's having a sensual experience. It's being enticed. It's captivated. It's tantalizing. I don't know. It's one of those words, by our senses. And it's getting excited about that. And so it's really looking at, when we talk about the senses, what are we seeing? And then can you see beyond the physical reality? What are we hearing? Can you hear beyond the words that are being, and the sounds that are being, that are kind of obvious? What are we tasting? What are we smelling? What are we feeling? What are we experiencing? And so creativity is number one, tapping into a full sensory experience. So when you think about that, it almost makes sense to start to get in touch with our senses. It's how often, I used to own a restaurant, and one of my visions, one of my mission statement is, I want people to connect and be enticed by all their senses. Why? Because most people are eating unconsciously. Most people drink unconsciously. It's like, how often do we sit down at our meal and we're just kind of shoveling food down our throat, at a wine bar. And it's like, people are drinking again unconsciously versus, when I was going wine tasting, which inspired me to open up this restaurant and wine bar, it's you're forced to slow down. You're forced to really, smell the aromas of the wine and really taste all the different combinations of flavors in the wine. It slowed people down. The food, when I had my restaurant, I had an amazing chef from Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. It was incredible. And literally people would take a bite and they would just stop dead in their tracks. Like I would look across the room, people would be like, take a bite, and I could hear them, I could see the mouth. This is so good, because it stops you, it slows you down. And so starting to get in touch with what are those sensory experiences? How often do we go on a hike? I mean, just yesterday, I take walks every day. I take 3 walks just to get my mileage in because I'm usually at home and I don't like the treadmill at the gym. And I was walking and something told me to look up because it's easy to just kind of stare down at the sidewalk. Something told me to look up, and I'm in Southern California. It's sunny, it's warm. And I looked up and there was this incredible rainbow. And I just thought, what a gift. Like, I just thank the universe, like, thank you for this rainbow. There was no rain. I mean, I don't know if you guys know something different, but I thought rainbows come after rain. I didn't know they just show up out of nowhere. But again, I never questioned the universe anymore. It was an opportunity. It was a knock on my head to say, look up and pay attention. Engage with the environment, engage with the world right now, because right now you're just focused on your steps and you're staring down and you're just kind of going through the motions. And so when I looked up, and not only was I graced with this gorgeous rainbow, like I could just see all of a sudden the colors of the sky with the orange and the pink and the blues and purples and greens. It was just so miraculous. And that just forced me to stop and take a deep breath. And that in itself connects you with unlimited possibilities. It connects with the universe. It connects you with the wonder of the world. I don't know what I was thinking about before then, but all I was thinking about after that was just gratitude, love, peace, joy. That taps me into the higher vibration. And when we're at that higher vibration, then ideas come, inspiration comes. We start to become a magnet to all things good in the universe.